Hey guys, Jeff from Wisconsin RC Construction, just setting up the new computer. Today we got something kind of the same. Been waiting on some parts. Everybody's waiting on parts. I'm trying to finish the Delta loader. I'm waiting on some small continuous rotation servos. But in the meantime, I did get some other stuff ordered, and it came in really quick. Some of the stuff that came in is some of my WPL parts. So right here, let's get this going. I have myself here, that is the Huina 583. Maybe wrong on that one. It's the plasticky Huina dump truck, really low to the ground. There's not a whole lot of ground clearance to this bad boy. If you flip it over, I have already done the upgrade where you cut the backs of the WPL tires off and you can slip them over their tires. Well, not their tires, but their rims. Did that. The problem is the front's super heavy, no drive, super low ground clearance. We weren't able to do it on a lot of our digs. So I would like to apologize. Actually 2 weeks ago, we were supposed to do a dig. Weather changed and it rained for about 45 minutes. It poured really good. So we really couldn't get out and dig anymore. We're digging in a public play area in a sand. We actually went out the day before, did some prep work, started digging around, and we actually found a whole ton of sand toys. So we dug those up and left a massive crater, actually. So bucket, some shovels, rakes. I'm surprised they covered all that stuff up. Like I said, so the Huina, we do have it with the WPL tires already on the rear. The standard Huina tires on the front. We're having issues with it actually driving pretty much anywhere. It gets caught up. The front's very heavy on this thing, so it pushes the weight down in the front. There's nothing to keep it up suspended. The drives are just spinning. They don't power anywhere. So I've seen a lot of guys taking the WPL. Mainly it's like the B36 chassis is a little bit longer and stretched out. I ordered not the B36, but it was the B16, or it was their tandem axle one. I'll post a link below with my affiliate link to this one. This is a pretty much dead nuts fit. Looking at this stuff and how it's positioned, I do need to change out the drive shafts. I'm not happy that it seems like WPL has gone away with their set screw drive shaft system, and these are more press fit on. And the reason why I'm having an issue with that is here's the tranny that they actually sent with me. I'm actually putting in a 2-speed transmission, so that's going to have its own gear set in there to go to a high to a low range. But here's what I'm talking about. So they have this. This is their press fit stuff, and it just slides in. It just spun. It's like it's supposed to be glued in or it's set in while it's hot. This one pulls right off. So I'm not kind of a big fan on this stuff. You got to watch what set you get. I am going to be sending them an email asking them what sets have that set screw type system. And the set screw type system I'm talking about, I do have that on this one right here, and it actually, you can get that focused in. Alright, you can see there is that set screw right there. That's allowing me to change and replace the drive shafts easier. Like I said, I can't on these axles. I also have to, I'm still debating, do I keep the solid tray that they have for the dual rear axles, or do I actually change it and do individual leaf springs? I know a couple of the guys have done different things. I'm not really sure which way to go yet. I don't know which way is going to be better. I know with it being a dump truck, I really don't want a whole lot of spring out of it, and I'm wondering if the individual leaf springs and using the upgraded metal leaves in there to kind of lock it out. That's how I have it on the boss's truck, my Dodge Ram. Kind of locks the suspension out. It makes it really super stiff, so I can put a lot of weight on that back bumper, and I'm not going to sag and move stuff, pull the front tire up. because I do have a lot of weight in that front end. This one's similar. There's a lot of weight up here in the front. Once I start taking this thing apart, I do have a new servo for it. I am going to be using the little pressure wrapped ESCs. Looks like I'll be needing 2 of them, one for the motor, one for the dump motor, and that's going to be the same when I do the Western Star. It'll be the same thing, except I'm using a little bit bigger of a ESC in the drive one on that one versus this. That one's going to get a lot more work. The bed's a lot bigger. This one's a little bit smaller, so I'm going to try it out with these little 10 ampers, see how they work. I'll piggy them together and do that. But this will be a 6x6 drive system. It is bigger than their standard little 180 can that they use. So this is your standard motor that they give you, little 180 can, and that's on that single speed. This is a little 370 then. No gear reduction. I do have another one in here that's another 370 and a gear reduction metal, but it's a single speed. So I do have some different options I can go with. I'm interested in the 2-speed transmission on this one. This will be going on one of the Fly Sky i6s, so I should just be able to set that up on one of the switches to go on and off, which will basically send it one side to the other. And then same with the dump. There's that little rotaries on the sides, so we'll end up using that for a dump. I have that set up on my Mac. I really do like the rotary for the dump. It works out really well. It stays in place where I need it. Steering servo, I'm going to use the stock WPL one for now. I've had issues with them in the past. They fry out, they're weak. I usually upgrade them to a hobby grade all metal gear one. Kind of, I don't want to say waterproof, but some of them are waterproof. It just depends on the ones I get. I've been getting random ones from the local hobby town. Sometimes they're waterproof, some of them they're not. It just depends on what brand they have in that day is what I pick up. So that's what we got going on right here. I actually ordered a whole bunch of extra tires. As you can see here, these are all the WPL version 1. These are their hard tires. These are their stiff tires, guys. There's a big difference between that set of tire and their soft one. The biggest thing is, let me grab, so this is their little blister pack that they send you guys with all of the tires. Let me get this opened up. So this will be what they send you guys. It's got your rims and tires all in one. With the kits that I order, I don't order ready to run. I just order a kit because I'm putting everything together myself. This is your soft tire. This is your hard tire. These collapse out and belly out. You really have to squish, and you can see the big difference on it. The tread actually holds up. Lot nicer. My Mac is running the version 3 tires, which are a little bit taller, a little bit narrower. Let me see if I can grab one. I have it holding up my laptop. So that's going to be your version 3 tire. It's a little narrower, but it's a little bit taller. You can see the difference right there. It's just a hair taller, hair narrower though. Still the same. It's actually a little thicker in my opinion. It doesn't give as much. So we'll be using that on this. So we're gonna end up using the V1s for the WPL. For the actual Western Star, I'll be using the V3s. Gives a little more ground clearance. They look great on the Mac, and yeah. So if you look at this, the chassis actually, if you center up that axle on here, and you center up the rear, you actually have to slide it in just a hair. So I'm kind of liking it that it's really close. There's not a whole lot I have to do. We'll end up putting on the back bumper mount for the WPL, just so I have some plastic back there, because I know my kid is going to want to pull a trailer with this thing once it's done. Guaranteed, he's going to want to be able to pull a trailer. I got a few extra trailers. I'm going to be getting I'm looking for another lowboy. The Brooder lowboy turns out really well. It's actually that fifth wheel one. You chop the front off, and I got a file for the front of it. Makes it really nice. Maybe a little big for this one. I may go with the WPL plant trailer that Robert Waring has 3D designed. Still not sure. He makes a longer one. You can put extensions in. That may be more the Huina scale versus the Brooder scale. I know the Huina's a little bit smaller, especially on the Facebook group picture I have. You can see the difference from the Mac to the Western Star to the Huina. There is a difference. At the end of the day, they haul dirt. It's all fun. That's mainly what it's there for. And get this flipped. So like I said, we do have this. I have the front mounted. I have to get the drive shafts set up for the front. Again, this is a press fit on the axle. It is a set screw on the transmission. I have to get these flipped around. I need a longer one here. This needs to be shorter because this needs to go in and fit right. And then the biggest thing with the WPLs, you need to actually make sure they're all going the right way. If you look on the groups, people all the time will set up a 4x4 or even a 6x6, and they will just put the axles in, not realizing they need to be directional. They all need to turn the same way. Rocket science, I know, guys, but it's really easy. Flip your axle around. If it's not turning the right way, take it apart, flip it over. Really simple, solves a lot of issues, and then you're not sitting there wondering, why are both my tires spinning the same way? You know, come on. Especially when you get into the dual rears. It's really simple. You put them in, twist them yourself. You'll find out if they're going the right way. This one will get the light treatment, some basic little on-off lights, kind of like that my Mac does. I'll have a little rotating beacon on the top. Not going to go all out like heavy haul and do the flashing lights. That just got a little... I went a little over the top because it's my heavy haul truck. It's meant to haul big things. So, want to stay a little more simpler at this one. Same with my Western Star that I get into. I'm going to keep it a little more simple. I don't need all those bells. I just need them to function. I'm actually thinking about starting another Mac because why not? 4 dump trucks, right? So, alright guys, until next time, keep building. I am planning for anybody local here to my area. I am looking at the next 2 weeks, so that would be, I believe it's the 18th. I'm going to try to get out and dig. So if you guys are local to my area, I will be creating a Facebook event for it. So for all the YouTube guys, if you want to go over to the Facebook group, WIRC Construction, make sure you answer the question. I delete a lot of people because they don't answer the question. And it's really simple. Just agree. Type something out. I know you're not a bot. I know you actually read it. Join the group. If you're local, great. Come to the dig. We just set up at a local park, and we just have fun till our batteries die. Usually it's about an hour, hour and a half. So, till next time, guys, take care.